Despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic COVID-19, fortunately the global demand for electrical and electronic product as well the energy-intensive product remains strong. This has benefited the investors in Samajaya Pre-Industrial Zone and Semelaju Industrial Park, who are able to perform well in 2020. Based on previous year's statistics, the manufacturing sector is a major contributor to our state economy, making up to 26.9% in 2019. Yeah? But due to the political stability and business-friendly policies of the state government, we had successfully attracted major investment such as electrical, electronic, as well as energy-intensive sectors. But despite a very difficult period caused by the C-19 pandemic, Sarawak had managed to attract local investment worth RM 15.7 billion. That makes Sarawak rank its second preferred investment destination in Malaysia, especially for manufacturing sector in 2020. This is not by chance, but a concerted effort by the state government, as the state recognized that it needs more FDI to propel our economy towards high income by year 2030, as we have a small population but with large land size. At the moment, Sarawak welcome investment that can create mutual benefit, which focus mainly on oil and gas downstream. 2. High-tech industry employing advanced technology in manufacturing, biotechnology, medical device, food processing technology, design, and also production of high-end furniture. We also go into the high energy intensive industry that require high-skilled workforce that involve TOT, transfer of technology. And of course, we encourage more sustainable, green, and environmentally friendly technology. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, investors still continue to come up with the investment plan. As I mentioned earlier, they view Sarawak as the most preferable investment destination, especially for manufacturing sector. In fact, in 2020, Sarawak already ranked second preferred destination, as I mentioned earlier, with a total value of RM 15.7 billion for manufacturing sector. Despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic, the global demand for electrical and electronic products, as well as energy-intensive products, remains strong. Blessing in disguise, anyway. But this has benefited our investors in Samajaya Pre-Industrial Zone and Semelaju Industrial Park, who are able to perform well in 2020. Just for a record, for Samajaya, Sarawak provide employment for 13,700 people with a salary worth of RM 598 million, exporting around RM 6.9 billion worth of product that generate about RM 667 billion worth of positive multiplier effect to the local economy. Whereas in Semelaju, Bintulu provided opportunity for around 6,600 people with a salary worth of RM 342 million, exporting around RM 9.7 billion worth of product that generate RM 4 billion worth of positive multiplier effect to the local economy. In Samajaya, the industry had provided opportunities for about 13,700 people with a paid-up salary amounting to RM 598 million, exporting about RM 6.9 billion worth of product, which generate RM 667 billion worth of positive multiplier effect to the local economy. Whereas in Semenanjung, the industry provided opportunity for about 6,600 people with a paid-up salary amounting to RM 342 million, exporting about RM 9.4 billion worth of product, which generated around RM 4 billion worth of positive multiplier effect to the local economy. The existing investors remain confident in Sarawak as an investment destination and are initiating their respective expansion plan due to increased global demand for their product, especially E&E. Company who includes Tire Udain, Longi, Ilgin, Western Digital in Samajaya Industrial Park, with total investment estimated at around RM 6.3 billion. The several investments being implemented in Semenanjung include two major ones. One is Yunnan Steel project that costs around RM 13.9 billion in the Semenanjung Industrial Park, which will be operational. When it is operational, it will be the largest steel manufacturing facilities in the region. The second most important one is the Sarawak Petchem, Sundaram Berhad, which invests on methanol project in Kudurong, involving investment of RM 5.7 billion. The rest are some minor ones, but currently our ministry is still communicating with investors from Australia, China, and other countries on their potential investment in green hydrogen, EV battery, and glass manufacturing. Looking at the East Asian growth area involving 4 countries, be it Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines, they call BMEGA, with a bilateral platform, we hope Sarawak can move forward together and gain more economic benefit. The state government participation in BMEGA bring more beneficial advantage to Sarawak, as we are aware that there are huge economic opportunities. Pursuant to the Government Indonesia plan to relocate the capital city to East Kalimantan, I'm sure that BMEGA is the appropriate platform for us to work together with Indonesia to explore new economic opportunities as well as the impending development, be it infrastructure or industry within the region. In the case of Brunei, we have a strong ongoing collaboration in telecommunication and energy sector. Whereas with Philippines, we can explore potential collaboration in agriculture and fishery, as this country are more advanced in this sector. Just to mention a few, in Mindanao, there are so many exotic fruit, be it mango, banana, or pineapple, that can be distributed throughout the world. So that we can use that as stepping stone to enter the market.